Eagles fans, we are headed back to the Super Bowl for the second time in 3 years. Your Philadelphia Eagles are going to the Super Bowl. And while by no means is the job finished, we can take a victory lap today as the national media, the haters, the doubters were all proven wrong by this team this season. Saquon Barkley, one of the worst free agent signings in history we had to hear. Jalen Hurts isn't a top 10 quarterback. Nick Sirianni is a bad head coach. We had to hear it all. That defense will never last. It was the weakness of the team last year. They were so bad they can't turn it around and be the best defense in a year's time. What's Kellen Moore and Vic Fangio really gonna do? We had to hear it all. We had to endure it all. Yet here we are, representing the NFC in the Super Bowl. And it's going to be a tough one. A rematch with the Kansas City Chiefs who are looking to three-peat. But what this Eagles team did yesterday in the NFC Championship and has done all year long has been absolutely special. Yesterday, the Philadelphia Eagles won in the NFC Championship in astonishing fashion, a blowout fashion, 55 points in the NFC Championship game is absolutely insane. The team set the record for the most rushing touchdowns ever in an NFC Championship game with 7. The team won the turnover battle 4-0. That now brings the Eagles in the playoffs to 10 takeaways, 0 turnovers. Turnovers determine football games. The Eagles don't turn the ball over, and that defense forces turnovers. And Jalen Hurts, our quarterback, a guy I have banged the drum for, came out and shut everyone up. Or at least should have. Because there's no denying that Jalen Hurts had an A-plus level performance versus the Washington Commanders. 20 of 28, 240 plus yards, 4 total touchdowns. Crucial throws on 4th down and 3. That ball was a beauty right into the breadbasket of A.J. Brown. The touchdown pass to A.J. Brown was pure. You know, that pass that he made on 3rd down to Saquon Barkley that Saquon dropped was a beautiful throw. The rushing was there. The play creation was there. Standing in the pocket making his reads was all there. And Nick Sirianni said it best about our quarterback. This guy wins football games. Jalen Hurts is a winner. In his first 4 seasons as an NFL starter, he has made the playoffs now 4 times. In 2 of those 4, he has advanced all the way to the Super Bowl. We'll see if he wins one, but at least in 2 of those 4, he is the NFC champion. In 2 of those 4 seasons, he has led a 14-win football team. Don't tell me that Jalen Hurts isn't top 10. Don't tell me that Jalen Hurts is the weak link. Don't tell me that this is a glorified running back. Jalen Hurts is a dog, Jalen Hurts is a winner, and you will respect him. Saquon Barkley, an offseason acquisition like no other. Perhaps the greatest free agency signing in NFL history, especially when you put to the value of the contract, $13 million a year for an MVP candidate. The other 2 guys he was competing with get $55 million a year. Saquon gets 13. And he is 50 rushing yards away from breaking the single postseason rushing record set by Terrell Davis. And he is, I believe it's 240 all-purpose yards away from becoming the first ever NFL skill position player to have 3,000 yards in one full season, including the playoffs. The very first play, the touch from scrimmage, Saquon Barkley breaks not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5 tackles on a way to a massive touchdown run and an absolute tone setter. Not only has this guy been great all regular season, but he has stepped up even bigger in the postseason and been a leader for this team. Everything you saw Saquon do spectacularly on the field is wonderful, but how about when Will Shipley scored that touchdown? Who was the first man to celebrate with him? 26, Saquon Barkley, a leader. Don't let 11 wake up. I told you guys, don't let 11 wake up. A.J. Brown woke up in this game. 6 for 93, a touchdown, and a shoving match with Marshawn Lattimore. Get that boy going. Yeah. I love the little designed, tosses to Smitty. Dallas Goedert was great. Cam Jurgens and Landon Dickerson, both warriors, both dogs. Kellen Moore, his best game as the Eagles offensive coordinator comes in the NFC Championship. We're going to need it again in 2 weeks in New Orleans versus Spags. That defense, Nolan Smith, up to 4.5 sacks, now has the most all-time in a postseason by the Philadelphia Eagles. By a player on the Eagles, excuse me. Jalen Carter, stud. Jordan Davis, making plays. Zach Bond, 11 tackles, a forced fumble, a fumble recovery, all over the field. Quinyon Mitchell, a crazy interception. Cooper DeJean playing well. CJ Gardner-Johnson, Orion Burks. The team is firing on all cylinders right now. This is the most talented roster in the NFL. And if you are an Eagles fan, yes, this is a victory lap video. This is, if you're not an Eagles fan and going to complain, a glaze fest, whatever you want to say, abso-freaking-lutely, because this team, 53-man roster, top to bottom, the best in the NFL. Dominated in the NFC Championship. And now are going to their second Super Bowl in 3 seasons. And I understand the hype that the Chiefs get as they are on the verge of a three-peat. But outside of them, there's no doubt over the last 3-4 years, since Jalen Hurts has become the starter, the Philadelphia Eagles have been the next best team in the NFL. Shout out to Howie Roseman, as the guy gets all the memes, gets all the love, and rightfully so. Not only for signing a Saquon Barkley, for signing a Zach Bond, for making the right trades, but for drafting Jalen Hurts, Cam Jurgens, Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith, Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, Devonta Smith. I mean, you talk about homegrown talent. We have a frickin' Heisman winner that is just one of the guys. That's how stacked this roster is. So Eagles fans, take the victory lap. We earned it. We deserve it today. I'm fired up. We're going to be talking a lot about some moves. What I think this team, their strengths, maybe some potential weaknesses are in the Super Bowl. And we got to be raring to go. Fly, Eagles, fly. I'll catch you next time.